Okay, hey, you made it back, or if you're new, thank you for coming to my channel. I'm Steph David Kalawai Nui, and we are week 17 weeks away from competition. Baby is 9 months in 2 weeks, so 8.5 to 9 months postpartum, 17 weeks away from competition, and I'm still trying to figure out what day it is. I shared with you guys that I'm heavy into soccer season. We just took another trip to Honolulu. This time I made a mental commitment of just entering the travel baby meal prep life with more grit, more tenacity, and honestly just more commitment. I shared a few episodes ago that, gosh, the shock and the mental endurance of just organizing my food was so much. So this time, the pivots that I did was I didn't wait until prepping my meals in the morning, which, you know, depending on the baby and my older son, how it was going, I think a huge reason why I was failing was I wasn't mentally fully committed and I didn't prep my food the night before. And truthfully, evenings have a lot greater flexibility. I have a lot more wiggle room with my children than the morning where we have to be at certain places. So this trip to Oahu was a lot more successful because, again, mentally fully committed, and I executed during my windows of opportunity. So many of my clients have these windows where their failure rate is less because of XYZ, or their failure rate is more of XYZ. And it's like, look, stop trying to work out in the evening if 70% of the time you don't go. So I'm really, really proud of that. I am grateful that I'm getting into my flow. I can't speak for every competitor, but every time I commit to a program, it, you know, like everything, when you're going on a run, there is this periodization where your body's like, oh, are we really doing this? And so with every competition, with every prep, with every program, there's this periodization where my mind is trying to fight the comfort and all of those things. So that's happening. I'm down a pound. I'm feeling really good. My joints are feeling really good. I'm really hesitant to talk about weight because what I am now, right? Like let's say I'm not 110, but let's say if I was 110, I'd be able to say, okay, well, years ago when I was 110, here's my reference, right? I could lift, I could run. The problem is what happens is our body has recompositions. And so the weight that I am now, I don't have a reference because I'm breastfeeding, right? So I don't know how many pounds this milk is. And long story long, I'm excited to always get to know a new body. And so being 17 weeks out, being on track or not on track, right? Really trusting my coach and being like, okay, this is what we need to work on. And her also having the professional decision of being like, hey, you're not ready. Let's push the show back or let's not compete. I am detaching from all of that. I am not just trusting the process, but I'm enjoying the process because the alternative is no process, or the alternative is a different process. And I choose it. So with that said, let me get into the main point of this vlog episode. Many of you guys know that I meal prep. A lot of people think, oh my gosh, are you cheating buying food from a meal prep company? Absolutely not. Preparation is preparation. Anything you can do to make your life more easier, anything you can do to be more prepared is not cheating. It's working smarter so that you can put more time with your children, put more time into your training. So part of my meal prep regimen, I prep 2 days a week. A big meal prep day, it's my Sundays where I'm like, you know, in the kitchen, making sure that my fridge is stocked up. And then on Wednesdays, I go in and I just check to see what do I need in the grocery store, what food needs to be, you know, restocked or thrown out. I have a formula. This is what I teach in my Efficient Eats course. There's a formula, I hit the formula. Sometimes it's a super lazy meal prep where I'm not even cooking, I'm just buying things. And sometimes I'm super into cooking. But the formula keeps me successful, and this formula works. So part of my formula is I outsource my proteins because I'd rather spend my time on my carbs. I rather spend my time on my children. I rather spend my time with my veggies. I also rather spend my time on the couch. I have subscribed to Trifecta for a really, really long time, like months. I enjoy Trifecta, and no, I'm not sponsored. This is not an affiliate thing. This is a completely honest review. My opinion, I am not, there's no contracts at all. So Trifecta, this is $24.99 for 1 pound of chicken, and it comes like this. I love it that it's cubed, already cut up. It's nice and soft. This is the same kind of chicken that I give to the baby. I chew it, he gets a little bit. And for the most part, Trifecta, this is 8 ounces. So 2 4-ounce servings. So $24.99 for 4 meals if you add, you know, your rice and your flavor and your veggies. If you are having 4 ounces at a time, which for most females, that's a good serving. My husband and other males who are consuming more protein may not be the case, right? It might be, you know, in general, like this could be 4 small meals for me. Just depends. I don't want to get into like what I'm eating, but like $24.99 for 4 meals, right? 4 divided by 24, that's $6. That's not bad at all. There is some salt flavoring, but there's not too much flavor. I do like to cook it either in the air fryer or the pan because obviously there's like liquid and I don't like it gushy, but I love how soft this is. Now the competitor, Megafit meals, the same amount of protein, different packaging, $19.99. So definitely cheaper. This has kind of like a Latin spicy mix to it. I really, really enjoy the seasoning. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, because like, you're gonna be like, well, what's better? This is $19.99, this is $24.99. Shipping is generally cheaper for Megafit meals. The palate is cleaner and plainer for Trifecta. This chicken is softer, but like on a scale of like, you know, light years, this is super tender, this is softer. This one I could microwave or I can pan fry and air fry, but if I overcook it, it's gonna get really, really dry. This one has so much liquid that if I pan fry, air fry, I would have to like really try and burn it to make it really dry. That's really the main differences. So I love both. Right now I'm gonna go through Megafit meals because it's a little cheaper. If I was wanting to cook, like if I wanted to like deck out my chicken and turn it into a curry or a pad thai, I'd probably do Trifecta. But because right now I'm just doing plain and simple, I have no problem with just opening Megafit meals, adding my rice, my sweet potato, whatever, and adding some salsa, avocado, and I'm good to go. So I'm super happy with both of these. Both of these companies work with the way that I do it, as in I don't get my food every week. Why? Because the shipping to Hawaii is way too expensive. So I love that both Trifecta and Megafit meals will work with me, either sending my food monthly or sending it bi-monthly. I'm really, really grateful for that. And we don't live in like a residential neighborhood. We have a box at the UPS store. I feel very grateful that the UPS store will call me and say, hey, your perishable food is here, can you pick it up? And for the most part, as far as we are in Hawaii, I'm very, very impressed with the overnight shipping, the ice containers, I've not gotten sick once from like rotten spoiled chicken. And so I'm gonna say for both companies, they get an A+ in terms of shipping and things like that. And so, you know, $24.99 for a pound of chicken or $19.99 for a pound of chicken, both do great. This is softer, plain, versatile, especially if you're turning it into other food. This already has kind of like a spicy Latin flavor, but super soft. It just really depends, and it kind of depends on your breaking point, you know, money-wise, shipping and things like that. So I would recommend both. And if you want more, like if you want me to review like the steak and the bison, I'm happy to. I just haven't gotten there yet. Chicken is kind of, from a meal prep standpoint, chicken is like it's my hugest headache. It's the one where it's like, oh my gosh, I just prepped a bunch of chicken and it's like gum. And so that's why I outsource my chicken, whereas like the beef and the fish and the shrimp are a lot easier for me. So super short episode today. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope this comparison was helpful to you. I'll see you guys in the next one.